Hi, I'm Casey Cordatili, and today I am going to be preparing for you lasagna. We in this household call it lasagna. Why? Because it's an absolute lolly to prepare. Less than 15 minutes prep time, 40 in the oven, and then it's onto the dinner table so you can share it with your family. It is a light, fluffy, and yet wonderfully creamy and super healthy lasagna. Ingredients wise, we've got 1 package of frozen spinach that's chopped, we thawed and then drain it. We have, very important, our 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. Ricotta cheese, this is a 15-ounce container. That'll do you just fine. We have 3/4 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. We have 2 cups of marinara sauce. Now, I make my own and I do it in a huge pot and then I freeze it in 1-cup containers so I can pull it out and use however much I want. If you don't have a marinara sauce, use a can or a jar. There's wonderful ones in the market. You pick whatever flavor you like and go ahead and use that one. We go on to 2 eggs, 1/2 teaspoon of salt with about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 of a white onion, and just chop it up into chunks like that. And then we have a little bit of grated nutmeg, and I always keep nutmeg in my cupboard for quiches and lasagnas and that kind of thing. It's this little round ball. You just take a little bit of nutmeg and grate it right in. When it's fresh like that, your flavors come through and you really don't need very much of it. And then for our pasta, we have wonton wrappers or egg roll skins. Now this is actually just fresh pasta and it's absolutely fantastic. You can buy it in any regular supermarket. You will find it in your fresh produce department of all places. So how about we get started and we'll mix all this together. Alright, let's mix all these ingredients up. Now I have to tell you a little story about this lasagna. When my children were very young, they didn't want to eat anything that was green because they figured it was a vegetable. And being typical little kids, they were not about to eat any vegetables. So I would simply tell them that the spinach was nothing other than a little bit of fresh herbs because they knew that I loved to use fresh herbs. And so they believed me. And they would eat lasagna with spinach on a regular basis and never worry about it. They absolutely loved it. Okay, so that was our 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese and one tiny little family story that my kids are going to be really mad about once they see this video because they still don't know that they were actually eating spinach all that long ago. Okay, that was our ricotta. Let's put our onions in here, our salt and our pepper. Okay, and both of our eggs. So there's 1 egg going in. And the second one, see, I told you this was really, really easy. This is it. All we have to do now is to take this over to the food processor and blend it up on pulse. We don't want to blend it too much. We just want to get the onions chopped and everything mixed together, and we're done. We're ready to put our lasagna together. Let's go. Of the prep work is about ready to get started. First, we're going to put a nice ladle of red sauce in the bottom of our baking pan, just so that the pasta has something to sit on, to nestle on. So we put a leaf of our pasta and a nice big spoon of our ricotta mixture, and we're going to top that with a spoon of our red sauce, and you can be very messy about this. You can even get your kids involved with it if you'd like. A sprinkling of our grated Parmesan, and then we go another leaf on top of that. Little push down so that it doesn't get piled too high in the middle. We're going to keep doing this process until we've used all of our mix and all of our marinara sauce. Simple and easy. Now this ends up filling up the whole plate, and you've got enough lasagna to feed good eaters for about 6 people. Unless you have teenage boys, and then you probably only can feed 4 people, because my son absolutely adores this lasagna, and he has had as many as 6 helpings of it. So I think if you've got teenage boys in the house, you might want to make a double batch. But this is absolutely wonderful. As I said, feel free to use my idea and fib a little bit to your kids. Tell them it's just fresh herbs and they really love them. And you'll get your kids eating nice, healthy spinach. This lasagna reminds me of a restaurant in Italy that I used to go to that served a totally white lasagna that was absolutely to die for. The restaurant's name was Il Bagatto, and it was in San Remo. Sadly, it's no longer in business. I guess not enough of us were there eating that wonderful lasagna, which is really too bad. All right, you can see how quickly this moves along. As I said, it's not anything that you have to be exactly proper on. And the other thing about this lasagna recipe is I've done this when we've had people drop in and I needed to serve a whole lot of people. Well, I didn't have spinach, you know what? I used zucchini. I've also used Swiss chard in this. So you can change the amounts around a little bit. You can put a meat sauce in it if you would like. And push comes to shove, I even had to use mozzarella in that one time because I didn't have any grated Parmesan in the house. So this is kind of a fly by the seat of your pants type of lasagna. As I said, whatever you need to do to get this done, but please do try making it. I know that your family is going to absolutely adore it. One thing you do want to do is end with the Parmesan on top. So let me just finish this. We'll get it in the oven, and 40 minutes from now, we will be indulging in absolutely spectacular lasagna. 35 to 40 minutes in the oven, and your lasagna is ready to eat. This is perfection. Okay, my favorite time now is when I get to have a bite of this wonderful lasagna. I do wish you were here to share it with me. Absolutely spectacular. I love it, you'll love it, your kids will love it. Do try it soon. I'm Casey Quidditch from Nokomis, Florida. I hope you dine well this evening. Bye!